Tea Time with Kai, episode 2. And I'm Kyler, and today I'll be interviewing Breadstick.
Hello, how are you doing? Woo!
And if you don't know about my podcast already, it's where I interview VTubers about their Twitch journey / VTuber journey and the challenges and accomplishments that come with it. So let's get on with it. So first, Breadstick, tell me who you are.
Hello, my name is Kimmy Breadsticks. I am your local breadstick baker queen. I am a part-time VTuber and a full-time student. And you know who to come to if you want any free breadsticks. Woo!
Cute croissant. Look at her cute croissant she has.
Today, I wanted to eat a croissant. So I went to a place that sells croissant. And I bought a croissant. And I returned home with the croissant. And then I ate the croissant.
Yes, it's a lovely croissant bag over here. Wait, let me do a lovely demo. I'll move my model up a little bit. There we go. A lovely little demo for all the lovely people out there. It's a croissant bag! Woo!
Croissant! So cute! Oh,
Yeah, I love it.
That's why it's in the cage chat. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let me know the gist of the story. So, how long have you been streaming for?
So I have been streaming for about a year and a bit. Although, to be honest, my mods have actually corrected me a few times, saying that it's coming up to almost 2 years now. So yeah, 2 years is a pretty long time. Yeah, pretty long time now.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so what kind of games or activities do you do?
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
On stream.
So during school times, I usually do a little bit of a mixture of maybe a little bit of horror games here and there. But yeah, during school terms, I usually focus on just chatting streams. So I love to give people a little life update on what's been going on. Oh, and I love spilling a bit of school tea as well. Like, oh gosh, you have no idea how many silly school stories I have to tell people. But that's a different topic for another day.
Oh.
When it's school holidays though, I love finding new people to collab with, making new friends, and especially trying out new horror games. I am a bit of a horror game fanatic. I love ever heard of Chiller's Art? Chiller's Art is a lovely a lovely indie game developer company, and I think their most popular game is called The Closing Shift. It's long story short, it's a little game. It's a horror game. I think it's counting as psychological horror. I could be wrong. But yeah, it's a little horror game about a barista who is being stalked by someone, and don't worry, in the end they get their justice, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sort of.
You're brave for that, because my chat knows I'm a big scaredy cat. I'm a big scaredy cat.
I go first. No, I can't go first. No, you go first. You go first. Okay. All right. Come on, stop screaming. Oh, no, sir. We out. No, but I ain't going. Come on, bro. I ain't going. Okay, don't let it go.
And there's one clip of me getting scared by a sage wall. You're joking. Ain't no way I got walls. Oh, freak! Sorry. Oh my
gosh.
In Valorant, it just breaks and I just scream. It was really sad.
Yeah, no, I scream a lot too.
Anyway,
gosh. Yes.
I've never watched a horror movie, so.
Oh yeah, no. The ironic thing is, I love playing horror games, but I could never watch a horror movie. So scary. I don't know.
You would think because of my dark vibe, I would want to watch horror movies and play horror games. No. Your girl's scared. Anyway.
It's so ironic. Someone in my chat just said hello to scary armor lady. The irony.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, what's 3 things you like about VTubing the most?
Oh, that's interesting. Oh my gosh. There are so many things that I can name. I'm gonna try and name the first 3 things off the top of my head. So, first thing, making new friends. I have made so many lovely friends from the VTuber community, and it's so nice that, especially as a minor, just existing in the community, it's so nice being able to talk to many people from around the world, people from different ages, and just hearing about their life stories and their life experiences. It's always so interesting to me, especially just hearing about people's different cultures as well. Especially I know quite a few people from Singapore, from the Philippines as well, other people in Europe, so like France, Germany. It's always so nice. I always love when I get to hear about other people's life. It's so interesting to me. So that's point number 1. Number 2, I'd say seeing all of the creative talent in the VTuber like industry, the community. I've seen so many people make covers, draw art. Oh my gosh, artists literally they literally carry the whole VTuber community on their backs. I don't know how their backs not ache. I don't know how they don't ache from carrying the whole VTuber community on their shoulders. It's ridiculous. There are so many talented people out there. You've got the ASMR artists, you've got the dancers, you've got the singers, you've got the artists. It genuinely amazes me how much talent there is out there. And number 3, I'd say being able to build a lovely community. Like having people you can talk to, people who you can play with, when gaming on stream, people you can randomly talk to about silly life stories. I just love the idea of being able to meet new people, and you get to share your experiences with your community. You get to share your sad moments, your happy moments, your achievements, your losses. And it just really amazes me how many people out there who you can reach out to. Genuinely amazes me every single day. So yeah, I'd say off the top of my head, those are my top 3 things.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, I think those are really good. I feel like I've made lots of friends.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very welcoming community, and I love my art mom so much.
Yes.
Fun fact, my model is actually all free.
No way!
Yeah,
Really?
both my rigger mom and my art mom, they both did it for free because I think it was both for their portfolios. They both needed stuff for their portfolios, so.
Oh, that is so lucky.
Yeah, so I recently got. Actually after I got my model, I rigged it myself. It didn't turn out well, so I was looking for another person to rig for a while, and I'm thinking maybe January or maybe it was March. It was either February or March where I got the new rig, and it was amazing. And I have way more stuff than I wanted to anyway, so it's just like I got a lot out of it, and I really appreciated them. So
yeah.
And my rig mom is actually a fellow Valorant streamer. She plays the same game I do. She's always grinding comp when I watch her. So
oh gosh.
on to the next question. Through your VTuber journey, what challenges have you faced? Like, what do you think were your biggest challenges?
Ooh, I'd say, well, that's interesting. I've never really sat down to think about it. I'd say one of the biggest challenges I've faced is just stepping out of my comfort zone to put myself out there. Because when I first started out, I got told so many times that, oh, you should join Twitter. You should get a Twitter account because, well, I guess people call it X now, but I don't think anyone calls it X, to be honest. But, yeah, no, you should get a Twitter account because that's mostly where the VTuber community resides. And, prior to that, I heard many scary things about Twitter. that it's toxic, that there's a lot of chaotic people out there, and I was proven right, but after I did get a Twitter account, I just gave in eventually. Yeah, I was proven right. There are a lot of chaotic people out there, but what I realized after that was it's important to realize that sometimes you attract the people, sometimes you attract the right people. If you're careful with what you post, if you're careful with who you interact with, eventually you will attract the right people to your page, to your own community. And there has been the odd time where a few weird people have come across my Twitter account, but majority of the time, I have met so many lovely people through the Twitter algorithm, so yeah. I'd say that is one of the hardest challenges, especially when meeting new people. Oh my gosh, you have... Yeah. Oh, sorry, you go. What were you gonna say?
I also feel like Twitter is not a minor safe zone at first. You have to really filter out stuff, honestly.
Yes, yeah.
It's very hard, especially I'll talk about this later. It's the last question, but I feel like our community does not have a lot of minors in our community. I feel like we need more.
Yeah.
But also at the sense we don't, like, most of the community doesn't welcome minors either. Most of them are rated like 18 plus and all that.
Yeah. Oh god. I could oh god. I could ramble about that for a long time, but yeah,
so
I don't want to bore you too much.
That's the last question. We'll say that for later.
Yeah.
Okay. So was that all the challenges that you faced, or?
Oh, there is another thing I was going to continue on from that. Yes. Screen stopped. Oh gosh. Screen stopped. What do you mean? Oh no. What happened? Wait. How did the screen stop? Oh no. It's okay on my end. Okay, no, it's just a bit of lag. Okay, that's fine. Oh gosh, where was I? Yes. Okay, so as well as putting myself out there, I'd say it was also a hard time at first trying to find people to collab with, because sometimes you hear those stories about people getting into a collab for the first time, and after the collab, you kind of just sink in a way. Like, your communication with the person you collabed with just doesn't continue on from there. You kind of just collabed for the sake of it, and then you just never talked again. And I suppose if you don't really vibe with the person all that well, it can happen, and I don't think there is much you can do to avoid that. So it would be highly recommended that when you collab with someone, you kind of gotta get to know them first, maybe hang out off stream before you do any collabs with them. But I mean, there's also the lucky times where you just find someone you just vibe with. Like, you just click with them like that. You immediately click with them. And I love those moments as well. But then again, they are very rare. They are very rare in the community, so.
That happened with me in Red, for real.
Yeah.
I feel like
our
model designs are way different, but I feel like the way we vibe is it's crazy. I feel like
exactly.
On to the next question. Name one event that positively affected your journey.
Ooh.
Like one big event that you think that really contributed to the whole journey.
Ooh, okay. Ages ago, I decided to take the leap and put myself out there for once in a lifetime, and I wanted to try and gather a bunch of VTubers to host something I call a VTuber interview day. So it is a day where I just gather a bunch of VTubers and I interview them, talking about their VTuber career, what they like to do, their different struggles, etc., etc. And I got a lot of positive feedback on the day. I was genuinely really surprised, but such a good positive outcome came out of that. I'm not usually the one being interviewed, and I'm more used to being the one like interviewing people, but I really gained a lot of confidence for talking to people right after that. And I think that is kind of what helped me improve a lot with my streaming over the months. Especially because sometimes people worry about, oh, am I not entertaining enough on my chat? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do when balancing chatting with chat or focusing on my game. I know quite a few people struggle with that, but that interview day definitely gave me the confidence to improve with that. Improve with public speaking as well. I'd say when talking to people on stream, it has definitely improved my in real life skills as well, especially when we are forced to do speeches at school. It has made massive improvements, I can tell you, massive improvements. So yeah, that was definitely the start of a good list of positive events that has happened to me during my VTuber career. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm hoping I get that same ability after this, because
Oh yeah.
I've got some confidence from singing to my chat, but other than that,
Ooh.
it's just like ah.
Kai and Kimmy karaoke stream 1.
Yes, that's exactly keeps on texting me that. I'm like, well, we'll find out. I did almost do that for my birthday. I think I did have to get. I wanted to do karaoke for my birthday. It just never happened.
Oh my gosh! Oh no!
Yeah.
Make it into a
It's
goal for
okay.
next time.
Yes, of course.
We
also
love karaoke.
Yeah. Also, we hit our follower goal. I
We
just
did?
noticed that a couple seconds ago.
Oh my
I
gosh!
totally
Congrats!
I totally saw the alert, and I was like, wait. I was like, huh?
Oh my gosh!
So,
Congratulations! I'm so
yay.
proud of you!
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh my
That's
gosh!
600, guys. Let's go.
Yes! Woo! Road to 1K. Let's go! Woo!
Let's go.
You got this. I
See
believe
if
in
we can
you.
get through this year. I think we can do it this year. I think we can do it.
Yes, we
I
can.
think we can do it.
Woo!
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna share my positive event. I feel like.
Oh
I
yes,
think
please!
my
I'd love to
positive
hear
event,
it.
I feel like it was like, I think it was after I got my new rigging. I'm pretty sure. It just I felt refreshed. I felt like it was a way better, like I was starting it up again. Like that I would get, like, I was just meeting more people and I was just getting so many compliments, and I was just like, I just kept on meeting new people, and I just feel like it helped me a lot. No, it's just I had that feeling where it's like, when you first got your nice rig,
Oh
and
yeah.
you just see your model, and it's like, oh my god, it's like, it's so pretty.
Yeah, I know the feeling. It is just
Yeah, it's just amazing, honestly.
it really
Like,
is.
I
It's
kind of felt it
Mhm.
after I rigged it myself, but it wasn't as like exciting, because it wasn't the greatest, but at least I tried.
At least you tried, yeah. I always really admire people who try to make their own VTuber models, whether it's rigging or
And-
drawing it. Oh my gosh. Props to them.
And I think that's also me rigging my model was also a big event, because I actually did all that on stream pretty much, and
Oh
some
my
off stream.
gosh.
So it was like, I think it was like 20, 21, maybe 22 days of
What?
just rigging.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. That is dedication right there. I can never.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah, I feel like after I really learned, after reading my model inspired me to, I thought I could get better at it. I think I will get better at it. I just need more practice and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I'm planning on doing a class my junior and senior year.
Animation
class, so- And I'm hoping it's a long dream, but I'm not getting my hopes up. I really want to work for Riot Games.
Whoa.
So we'll see where it takes me. But I'm also hoping my streaming career is, I've already planned for how and when I'm in college, if I'm gonna where I'm gonna stay and all that for streaming. Because I feel like, because I don't want to bother a roommate if I'm streaming all the time. So
Of course not. Yeah.
I really planned that out. So I feel like I have a future ahead of me, and I'm just hoping it works out. I've accomplished a lot, so really feel confident in this one. So I really think it will work, and I'm hoping that my streaming career will also keep going still, so I still have something to rely on.
Yeah.
And make me still be positive and all that. And I
Mhm.
really think I've told my chat this a million times. I think streaming was my therapy. Like I was going through stuff during my 8th grade. I'm really open about this. During 8th grade, I was going through a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Just drama and girls bullying me and all that stuff in my old
Oh,
school.
I'm
So
so sorry.
this year's been really great just because I'm on a totally new school.
Oh, that's
I have
good.
2 great best friends.
Aw.
And I don't know. I call it my therapy because it really helped me just figure out who I am, and this community is so nice. I really love my community. There's never there's never something that my community says that's bad. They're always encouraging me. They're always being positive. And recently, I have a couple K-pop fans blowing up the K-pop area I have in my Discord, which I really love
Oh my gosh, oh my
because
gosh.
we're always bonding in there. I
Oh my
know
gosh.
it's amazing.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. What groups do you stand?
Huh?
What groups do you stand?
Oh, what groups do I stand?
Yeah.
Stray Kids and
Yeah.
Hyphen. Le Seraphim, New
I
Jeans.
love like Seraphim.
TXT. And Horizon. I think
Ah.
those are my. Well, I think and then I have BTS and like
Yes,
I'm
a
very branched out.
classic.
My main like 2 for boy bands are Stray Kids and Hyphen.
I love
And
an
then
hyphen.
for girl groups it's probably Le Seraphim and the New Jeans.
Yes.
And I'm not BTS soloist because I have some BTS stuff too. So
Yeah.
but I think I first stand BTS. Actually, no, it was Blackpink because my
I
cousin,
love Blackpink.
my older cousin, when I was little, she showed me a Blackpink song, and I was just really into it. But I told my parents, I'm like, you know Gangnam Style is a K-pop song, right? And they're like,
Yeah.
oh.
My mind was
And then, like,
blown when I found out.
I think my first ever K-pop song I heard was Gangnam Style, and I used to dance to that as a kid. Like I was like a toddler going into like kindergarten. I danced to that so much. It
Oh
was
my
so cool. My
gosh,
parents have videos
yeah.
of me dancing to Gangnam Style. It's so funny.
Yeah,
So
my
I'm like,
oh my
this is why
gosh.
it just stuck with me forever. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's why I told people like, I'm not no fake K-pop fan. It's been through my whole life. And people who just picked it up aren't even fake either. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying that I'm not. I really like K-pop in a sense. It makes me happy.
K-pop is amazing. Love it.
It is amazing.
Just don't be like those toxic fans.
Yes,
who
I was
literally
talking about
fight
that
each
Zalian.
other.
I was telling that to Zalian yesterday.
Oh gosh, yeah.
He was like, "I'm happy you're not one of those obsessive like K-pop fans that say he's mine." I'm like,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
how can you be that delulu? I'm sorry, but what?
yeah. I'm sorry, guys.
How can you be that delulu claiming a K-pop idol is, in quotation marks, yours? I don't get it. I've never understood it.
And insert my K-pop husbands real quick.
W's in the shot. W's in the shot.
Anyway, I did that from my last video. So, okay. Next question.
Yeah.
How do you feel about your journey right now?
Right now? Ooh. Right now, I'd say I'm really enjoying it. I've just been enjoying it so far because, well, I am only a part-time VTuber. I'm in school full-time and just trying to balance out student life with VTubing. It can be a bit of a hard time, especially now that I've begun posting daily videos, but I'm trying my best. I'm just trying my best out here, and sometimes you see those VTubers on Twitter that just start their debut, they have their debut, and then they immediately get a ton of followers, and sometimes I do get jealous, I'll admit. Hands up to the sky. I do get jealous sometimes, But I always make a habit of reminding myself that, okay, listen, everyone's streaming journey is different. Everyone's streaming journey is different. No one is the same. So everyone is unique. So just focus on what you gotta do. Focus on yourself, and you can be the best role model that you can be. Just try and better yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not being
Yes.
selfish. It's not being selfish. It's pushing yourself to your best potential.
Yes, I've only been streaming for a year. I feel like I've come so far. Like
Yeah,
I've done more
exactly.
than I envisaged. Envisioned. Okay,
Yeah,
envisioned.
that's the word. Yeah.
Chat. I'm suffering with words. Anyway,
Don't worry about
um,
it.
and then this is part of the question. I forgot to say this. What are some goals for the future, for your future journey? Like,
Ooh. I'd say usually my general answer for this would be that I don't really have any particular goals in general, because okay, wait, let me rephrase that. So I know sometimes people have goals such as, oh, I want to reach this amount of followers, or I want to be able to make some money with this career. But personally, I don't really have any particular goals, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But yeah, I'm a person who doesn't really want to focus on the numbers too much. Like, sure, I'll
yes,
reach this amount of numbers in this amount of time, but what really matters is the content. Whether you are enjoying the content you're making, whether your chat is enjoying the content you're making, and as long as you're taking care of your own self, that is the most important part. But apart from that, one other goal I'd say I have at the moment is getting my model 2.0. So the model I have right now, the one you lovely people are looking at right now, is model 1.0. But the next one is going to be 2.0. So I've already designed it. I've already commissioned an artist, my lovely artist mama, who's designing it right now.
love art moments.
Yes, love them so much. Shout out to Kara Shin, love you so much. But yeah, and I already have an idea who my rigger is going to be. So yeah, that is the current simple goal at the moment.
We love that.
Yes, sir.
And I love that you don't focus on the numbers. I feel like I'm starting to I struggle with that a lot. I feel like I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be straight open with you. I struggle with that a lot. It's just because
Yeah.
my confidence is building up. It's building up, but at the same time, it's just like, ooh, I need to not focus on numbers.
Yeah.
And I really just love my community in a sense. So
Yeah, exactly.
whatever fate takes me or the universe wants this journey to do, I will embrace it. You know, I'm excited for the future stuff and all that. So I just really hope I just keep up, not looking at like the numbers and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
I'll have like
exactly.
goals on like stream and all that, like the one I just hit. But other than that, I won't focus on the numbers.
Exactly.
Like, especially because when I focus on the numbers, I get very like I get very disappointed in myself. Like, it's just like I shouldn't be
Yeah,
disappointed. It should be happy, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just like I really focus on being more grateful and just all that this year. Just because what I have now is it's just so amazing. Like I couldn't ask, like I would never ask for more, honestly. So we'll see where it takes me, honestly.
Yeah. I'm glad you've got that mindset though so early, because sometimes a lot of people, they walk into streaming having really high expectations. They'll say to themselves like, oh, when I start streaming, I'm gonna have this amount of followers, I'm gonna have this amount of viewers. And it's really not a healthy mindset to have as a content creator, because when you focus on the numbers too much like that, there will come a point in time where you will burn yourself out, and all of the hard work that you initially put in will pretty much go to waste. So, as Xavier in chat who lovely just put, the future is an open slate. You never know what will happen, so the best thing you can do is just to take it as it goes. Like you said perfectly
Yes.
earlier, just embrace it. Embrace it all. And I'm sure you can have enough faith in yourself that you'll be okay.
Yes, of course, of course. We have time, so I'm gonna add an extra question before I say the last one.
Oh, yeah, sure.
What's something you want to tell your future VTuber self?
Ah. Oh, that is a good question. I love that. I've never been asked that before. Oh, something
I
I'd love
just
to
thought of
tell to
it.
my VTuber self. My future VTuber self. Oh, I could think of so many questions. Well, one thing I'd like to ask is, well, how are you? How are you doing, future self? How's life? How are you doing? Okay, one thing I want to know is how my future self was dealing with streaming at the same time as dealing with university. Because I'm at a point in time where I'm starting to prepare myself for going to university and preparing myself for how I want to balance my time with content creation and studying. And I'm curious as to see what my future self is doing, how they're dealing with that. So, yeah. I suppose that is one thing I'm curious about. Oh gosh, I could ramble about this for a while, but I'll try and keep it short. So here in the UK, after high school, secondary school, you get two choices before you go to uni, I guess. So one choice is you take A-levels, so you basically take 2 years to study for exams, and then you go off to uni. And then the other choice you have is to go straight to college, where you can already study for some sort of professional degree. Now, with A-levels, so which is what I'm doing, you have to study 3 subjects, and those 3 subjects depend on what university you go to. I'm in my first year at the moment, coming to the end of it really, and after... I'm just doing the maths in my head. Yeah, so around this time next year, I will be taking exams, which will help determine which university I go to. And in September 2025, I will be off to uni. Terrifying, but hopefully everything will be okay. Quite terrifying, but it's fine. I have faith in myself that I can manage perfectly fine. All right, there we go. That is one thing I'd love to ask my future self. Yeah.
I tried to set a good thing. I said, talking about having high expectations. If you're having too high expectations, I cannot read. If you're having too high expectations, you'll just end up getting disappointed of the outcome. If you think, if things don't go your way.
Xavier, yeah, that's so true. Yeah, that is so true, Xavier. Yeah.
That is so true.
Xavier says I hated uni. Aw, Xavier.
So it's kind of like it's sort of like a test, like kind of like how Harry Potter they put that hat on you, and it kind of determines what house you're in. Is that kind of? It's like that in a sense,
sort
but like
of.
mental.
Sort of, yeah. Yeah.
But it's like you have to actually study for it. You have to just put a hat on your head.
Yep. Pretty much. Oh, I wish it were that simple. I wish. Like, imagine just putting a hat on your head and then it will just tell you, oh, you're going to Oxford University. You're going to Imperial College. No, I wish. It worked that way.
Another thing about one of the college I'm looking into, it has an esports team, so I'm hoping I want to get better at Valorant just so I can at least try. Because they give you good scholarships. Like, if you're on varsity, they give you, like, a full ride scholarship.
They do that where you live?
Yeah, yes.
No way.
I think that's what it was.
I've never heard anything like that in the UK over here. Wow.
Yes. And, yeah, so we have a couple esports Valorant teams down here. So, and they have, like, apartments you can live in. Like, if you can just, like, buy the college, so the college has their own apartments. So, like, I'm planning on doing that.
Oh, maybe. Wow.
Just so I don't have to live in with a roommate, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get lots of scholarships, like just doing sports and there's a bunch of keeping my grades up. Like I'm at 4.0 right now, so.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That is really good. Nice.
Yes. I am gonna add what I want to tell my future self. I think I want to ask my future self,
Mm-hmm.
like, what we feel about our future, like what if we still like like if we still think we're gonna do animation, because I'm not taking any like next like the end of next year, so around the time summer I'll be going to junior year. So I'll
Oh.
be I want to know if I really want to do animation junior year still, like how we feel about it, if we still like it. um I want to know, it's a silly one, I want to know what rank we are in Valorant.
Ooh.
um Hopefully we got out Harstruck Iron.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Um and then for my last question for my future self, I'd be like, are we still as independent and respectful as we were when we were going into sophomore year? So I feel like I'm really respectful, and I'm really I'm really mature for my age. I say this a lot, and a lot of people say this about me.
I'd say that too, actually. I agree. I
And
do agree with
also,
that.
I'm also, this is a silly one, and Red's gonna laugh. Did we get interviewed by Breadstick? Because I really want to. I feel like next time Red should interview me.
Oh my
That'd be
gosh,
fun.
yes.
Yes.
Yes,
And if you do
sir.
if you ever do that big interview VTuber thing, let me know, because I would love to
Yes,
meet other
I will.
people too.
I will get you on the show. I will literally.
I
I will
would
drag you over. I'll drag
I
you
would
over
love
to
to
my
do
show
that.
whenever I do it next time. Yeah.
Yes. Let's just make sure. Let's hope it's summer, because
Oh, thank. Yeah.
I will not be up that early, and I will not be home if it's a school day.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah.
Okay, and then last question. This might be a hard one. It might. So how do you feel about our community being rated 18 plus? I know you said you can rant about this all day, so I saved it for last. And I asked Sally about this already.
Yeah. Okay. So. Oh gosh. Where do I start with this? I have mixed feelings about it, I'd say. Because, okay, let's be real. Let's be real. Sometimes people who are not of age get into adult spaces. It's pretty much unavoidable, considering the times we live in today. Considering what kind of boundaries are in the internet. It is pretty much unavoidable. So, when you are old enough to understand the morals and ethics surrounding 18 plus content, eventually there will come a time where it will have to be up to the minor, up to the person themselves, as to how they navigate the internet. And
Yes.
man, I've had my fair share of just hearing stories of people getting into this kind of scandal and getting into that sort of scandal.
Onto that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be very open about this. That did happen to me recently. I didn't. VTuber didn't put it in his roles. I'm not gonna say who, but and it's not. I don't think it's anyone's fault. It's just it was just a misunderstanding and all that.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna say now, if he did have 18 plus in his rules, I would have not been there. And it actually happened to me today too. I told Briz this already. I went to someone else's chat on accident.
Yeah, I remember that.
But I did ask them. I was like, I didn't see in the rules, so I made sure to ask them, and they were fine with it. They said they were 18 plus, but I said, they just said as long as you're fine with hearing mature stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm totally fine. I've heard worse.
Yeah.
So some people are fine with it. Some people are fine if you're mature about it. Like, I'm very mature about it. I've heard a lot. I've been a part of this community a year, so I've heard many things. I've got way more mature this year, so I was like, I don't want to break rules in any way. So if you're fine with it, I will stay. Because they were really nice. They were really nice.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
rules are there for a reason. It's not that hard to follow them. It's really not that hard.
Yes.
As long as you state your boundaries and you state your rules clearly to people out there on the internet, it's really not that hard to follow them.
Yes,
Really
and
not that hard.
There's gonna be bots coming your chat, even though even though you got that roulette, but they're also mostly bots, so that it's
Yeah.
not like someone's enjoying them.
Exactly,
But-
exactly.
Yeah, okay. So carry on with your statements.
Oh gosh. I lost my train of thought. Oh, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so yeah, there's always some kind of scandal in the VTuber community about this minor and this person or that person and that minor, and it's just all a bunch of doofus, but yeah, it there comes an age where it has to be up to the minor as to whether they are responsible enough to be able to navigate the internet safely. And sometimes I think it should be on a case-by-case basis, because when it comes to minors being on the internet, you have a few types. There's people like you and me, people who are mature enough to know what we're doing, and then you've got the delinquents who are just out there creating chaos and inserting themselves into adult spaces without even thinking a second thought. So, you have to be careful. Be careful.
Yes.
Read people's bios, especially. Make sure to check the rules. Make sure, do they have somewhere stating that, minors do not interact or 18 plus only. You have to be really careful, really careful about that. Especially when interacting on Twitter. Yeah.
In Twitter, I've had people that do have that in their bio, but still, like, they either follow me or like my posts, and
I get that too.
I make sure to remind everyone, just because I'm like, well, if you're gonna say that, please just stick your ground on that.
Exactly.
Like, it's not fair to tell minors not to interact, but you're interacting with them first.
Oh
and,
my
like,
gosh,
you need to be more responsible. You need to check bios before you like people's posts.
Exactly,
please.
yeah. It's stated so clearly in your bio that you're a minor. It's stated so clearly in my bio that, okay,
I even have
this
some
person is
pinned, I
this
think.
years old. Exactly. It's literally that. It's there for everyone to see. It's up to people. It's their responsibility to check, who am I interacting with? It's really not that hard. Really not that hard. Yeah, it's, oh gosh.
Yes, I might be delusional, but I recently saw a VTuber, and I think it was I think I saw something that was like, I think he had something in his bio that said he didn't want to talk, like, don't interact if you're a minor. But then I think I might be delusional, or maybe I saw it was someone's different profile. But I swear I saw him. I saw this person take it off their bio once they interacted with me. So I don't know.
Huh?
We'll see. I don't know. I think I'm being delusional. Maybe I just put it. Maybe it's just in my head. But
Haris says, "Chat, she is Delulu. Trust me."
yes, maybe I'm just Delulu. But if that was the case, that I feel like I rather, like, I've changed some people's perspectives on like allowing minors. Like, I feel like and to get this straight, guys, I turn 16 plus I turn 16 in like next year. So, but I'm still, I don't know. People, I feel like the age for US that people decide to be like mature or they don't is probably 15 when you start high school.
Yeah.
And for me, mine was to be more mature.
Yeah,
Especially because I feel like in this community, I want to be more mature too, just so people welcome me more, and it seems to help a lot too. It's not like I'm trying to not be myself. I've really put mature in my personality too. Like, it's not like I like trying to be something I'm not. You feel me?
Exactly.
So,
yeah. I think that's another thing. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I think one of the best things about streaming is that I didn't really go through a similar thing. I didn't go through a similar thing as you, but I go to an all-girls school here in the UK, and you
we
could
have
say
one of those in the US.
Really? I didn't know they have it in the US.
Yes, they have they're both private schools. They're both expensive private schools, and there's one, and then so they have like prom together, obviously, and stuff
Yeah.
like they have prom homecoming together. But
Oh,
it's two
yeah.
different schools right next to each other. And they're both, I think they're both Catholic schools, like private Catholic schools. So one's a
Yeah.
girls' school, one's a whole boys' school. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I never went through any bullying during my time in school, but there have been times where other people have like called me weird and they judge me a lot, but yeah, it's pretty hard to ignore. But when I'm streaming, I love that I can just be myself. I can just be as chaotic I want. I can just be as silly as I want with my chat.
I think it's also because you're behind another character.
Well, exactly, yeah.
Like in a sense, you're not hiding your personality, but since people don't know what you look like or like really know you IRL, it's just like you can be more of yourself because you're more comfortable.
Exactly.
Just so you won't get judged as easily, and especially as a minor, like it's not very. I think that's why. Also, I don't get why more VTubers aren't minors because for me that was the only option. Like my parents were like, you cannot show your face on the internet. At one point, you'll be able to, but when you're a minor, I really don't want your face on the internet.
That's
like,
completely valid.
I've had like maybe like one IRL stream. It was a cooking stream. I didn't show my face at all. And it was from one of my friends at my school. But other than that, that's the only IRL thing I've shown.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And like my other like new nails I get once in a while. But yeah, I don't think, or like my setup obviously, but I'm very cautious, especially just when I don't know. I feel like it would be. I think people like minors should be more open about being VTubers. Like, I feel like I mentioned like at my school, like I've had some boys like be like they are like some boys know I'm a VTuber, and they're like that's a bit weird. I'm like, well, I don't care. You know what? I get money and you don't, so I don't want to hear it.
That's also true. Like, yeah, you get a bit of extra cash on the side. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes. I'm like, at least I'm trying to do something with my life. Anyway, not to be rude to anyone, but I'm not a bully. I swear.
Don't worry about it.
I'm trying. But yeah, it's just like I feel like people are being more open about it. I don't know why people think it's weird. I feel like, I really don't know. I think it's because
I think people.
I think people aren't comfortable with the fact that it's characters online. I feel like people maybe don't feel comfortable because it's in a sense we look like anime characters, but we're not anime characters. You know what I mean?
Maybe, yeah.
Like, something like that. I don't know. But
I think it's
like
also because the VTuber community is known to be a little bit, well, it's kind of it's kind of shifted towards an 18+ audience. But like we've talked about before, it really depends on the people you interact with. It really just depends.
So, and I feel like when we have more 18+ streamers, it's just like it just labels our communities as 18+, which is not fair.
Yeah, it's not that fair. I think
when if I ever had a VTuber tell me like this community is just for 18+, I'd get so mad and I would get so sad. Yeah. Like I feel like I wouldn't even let that person get in my head, bro. Like I wouldn't not be happy.
Yeah. I think as a minor in the VTuber community, I think it's good to have like a good boundary as to how old you can be as a minor in the VTuber community, because sometimes you do get the odd 18+ streamer here and there. So it's just probably not ideal for some minors. I'd say in general, like around 15 and 16+. That should be an okay age to be in the VTuber community, because you're old enough to know what's going on. You're old enough to understand what actually is going on, what you're doing in the community. You're old enough to understand, okay, this is social media. I kind of know what I'm doing, but I could still use that sort of guidance.
I feel like next year I'm going to be really excited to turn 16 because I can join more streams and feel more comfortable. Just with my age in general, because the highest I've seen, like the lowest I've seen rating is 16 plus. So it's just like,
Yeah,
and I'm like right there. I'm like right there.
yeah, you're pretty
So
much
I
almost
feel like
there.
I'm almost there, and I act more mature too. So it's just like compared to other people, like it's like if I went up to a teacher and say, do you think I'm mature for my age? Or do you think I'm like the other kids that are in my class? And like they're like, I feel like they see I'm mature. Not saying I think if they say me I'm mature. Oh my god, I cannot speak. I'm so nervous right now.
Nah, don't worry
Anyway,
about it. Yeah.
but yeah, I think they say I'm mature because I'm really respectful, and I think, like, I'm not saying all my kids at my school are immature. There's a lot of mature kids. My school is very nice, but
That's good. That's good.
I feel like that's what I was talking to Zalian about this. I feel like it's a stereotype about our generation now that we're just immature.
Yeah.
Which is like, it really sucks. It's like he said it is like that bad apple ruins it for all the people.
It really does. It really does, to be honest. And I think, it reminds me of a poll I saw one time going around on Twitter, and there was someone asking, okay, should minors be allowed in the VTuber community? They didn't specify what type of minors, how old these minors would be, but majority of the people were like, nope, shoo, get them out of here, get them out.
Especially, I feel like we need a specific, be specific about. I cannot speak. You know, I'm not gonna say the big words anymore.
Don't worry about it.
I think we need to be like a more like we need to say like what age range the minors are, because in a sense,
exactly.
I feel like when I say I'm a minor, I feel like people think I'm like 13, like 12.
Exactly.
I'm like,
it's ridiculous.
I'm nowhere near that.
Exactly.
And or I think they're saying almost 18. Like I'm like, no.
No.
Like that's also not what I am. So I'm like, I feel like sometimes I'm very uncomfortable with my age in this community, because I'm just like, I have to be super careful. I really don't. I have to take my time with streams and all that, make sure I'm not somewhere I shouldn't be, or clear. And especially, I feel like I get very scared to ask VTubers if they don't have it on their rules. Are you 18 plus by chance? I think I did that today, because she was very nice and I felt very comfortable with saying it. But other than that, if I don't feel comfortable, I don't know. I'd probably just leave, honestly.
Yeah.
It's just especially because I have a fear of like just like them saying yes it is, please leave, like in a rude way. Like I really don't want that happening. Like it's just like, and I hate yelling. I'm like getting in trouble or getting yelled at. So it's just like people have yelled at me, and I'm just like, I don't want to talk to you again. Please, just don't do that. Or like either apologize or I'm not talking to you again.
I get that.
Because I don't. My friends know about this, because at my old school, 7th grade and 8th grade, I got yelled at by both my math teachers.
Bro, why?
My 7th grade, it wasn't my fault. But he apologized because I was crying so bad.
Okay,
and then
that's good.
8th grade, I was just crying in my class because he yelled at me. He didn't, I knew I should have. It was like, I have ADHD, so half it was my fault. I was kept on getting up from my seat, which I have ADHD, so I can't stay still half the time. And so, it was like, I wasn't like I was distracting someone. It was more like I was kept on getting up, I think, in a way. So, but I cried like half of the class. It was really bad. But yeah, and I just hate getting yelled at. I feel like it's just I yell, but it's more like a funny yell.
Yeah.
Like I'm like in Valorant, I yell because it's funny. I don't really yell to be mean and stuff like that. So I feel like I feel like I'm kind of sensitive, but I'm also I'm just a very like wholesome person in a way, or I'm just like really kind to people, so I expect people to be kind to me most of the time.
Yeah.
But also I need to know what communities I am in, because Valorant, half the community is I'm not saying the whole community, I'm just saying some of the community is very toxic in a way.
I've heard.
But like half of it, it's just like they're very nice people. Most of them are very like nice. Like some of the streamers are very nice and their community is very nice. But other than that, it's half the time I'm getting really bad really mean lobbies. So
yeah. I think that's also something that streamers need to be careful of in general, because they're streamers. They've probably got people who look up to them. So they
Yes.
kind of have to be a good role model for those people that look up to
Yes.
them, especially if they're from the younger generation.
Yes, I feel like I still struggle with that a bit. Like I'll get mad at people sometimes in Valorant or say mean stuff, but like not like a cancel way. Like I'm really careful about that, but I'm also like most of the time I'll feel guilty about it or apologize or say something in chat. Like I am just very angry right now, chat. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to say it. I'm really sorry about what I said and stuff like that.
It's
so
good that you're aware of it, though. It's good.
I'm aware of how I act. It's sometimes I get like I feel like I try to play other games now just so I can get calmed down. But I have a goal right now where I'm trying to get out of a certain rank, so like I'm just constantly playing. So I need to. I feel, and I also feel like when I'm more calm in Valorant, I do better too. So I'm just really, I'm really focusing on that, and I feel like my ADHD also doesn't really help with that because I'm also like hyper, and I don't focus as much on certain things. So it's just like I can get distracted easily or like angry easily, stuff like that. So it's just like, but so I think I'm very open about my struggles, honestly. Like,
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm trying. I like my community. I'm trying to make my community know, like, about my struggles and stuff. That's why I'm also doing this podcast. So I know I just want people to, like, maybe feel comforted by this or get some information about how minors feel about this community and all that. Like,
it's like, especially, I don't usually meet a lot of minors in the community. Like, off the top of my head, I can barely think of anyone. There's not a lot of people. There's probably like what, under 10 people?
Yes, under 10 people, yes.
Yeah.
That sounds about right for me too. Yeah. One of my close friends at school, she's thinking of being a VTuber, but I don't think she's streaming. She's gonna like make a model because she's an artist mostly, so I think she's gonna make a model.
Wow.
But so maybe we'll collab, but I don't think she's gonna stream. But I'll still probably bring into my stream a bunch of times. But
fair enough.
Yeah. I want to tell everyone right now, and I'm probably gonna keep this in the podcast, that I didn't just do this podcast. I didn't just come up with the idea just for the idea or just to get more views and stuff like that. I actually came up with it so I can share my struggles and other people's struggles, and just hopefully people like inspire people or comfort people, anything that helps people in this sense, with this podcast. Because I feel like I feel more confident when I help other people or I do something good. You feel me? Like I'm one of the people that only feels like that I am doing good things in life if I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
no, I get what you mean though.
Yeah.
I get
it's
what
not
you
like
mean.
I just did it just to do like to get fame and all that stuff. I actually did it because I thought it was a good idea, and I was actually talking the funny thing is I actually thought about this idea, and I thought about this idea because my aunt a couple of days before this, it was on the weekend, I think it was on the day before Memorial Day, my aunt brought up how she is inspired by me and how I made I think it was something I made. I think it was like a Bible story time I made. But I actually had to delete that channel because people were making fun of me at school. But I thought and just for my safety reasons. But other than that, like she said, if she was inspired by it, and she's like, I was telling her about how my other friends. I have 2 other friends. I have a VTuber friend and an IRL friend that does mental health podcasts. So I was like. And then they got the idea. I was like, I told my aunt maybe I should do a podcast. I was telling her how I do this whole streaming thing, and most of my family knows I'm a VTuber and all that, so I'm very open about it, and they're very proud about me. So they're like, so my aunt, I'm like, maybe I should do a podcast. And then after she left and people left the house I was at, I just sat down and thought about it. And then
Mhm.
I got home and just started writing a bunch of stuff.
I
So
mean,
I think I literally streamed and I was writing stuff down.
oh my gosh.
I think I was legit just making a masterpiece, like when I was on stream. I might have to find the stream, maybe go back to it, but
Oh yeah, sure.
yeah, I just put it all in. I just put it all in a notebook, and I'm like, okay, now it's time to find people. So
Exactly, yeah.
and I actually didn't know that you had I actually didn't know that you did interviews too.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I host it
so I feel like-
every
I feel
few
like-
months. Not too
so I
often,
feel like that's
though.
also fate. I think that's also fate because you do a similar thing. So
Oh yeah, yeah. To be
Well-
honest, I have to give a shout out to Zalian for introducing you to me, to be quite frank, because I
Yes.
didn't know who you were like a few days ago, but then Zalian was talking
Well,
about
we-
you to me, and I was like, huh,
yeah.
I need to go check this person out.
And we just vibed. It was crazy.
Exactly, yeah.
And we just clicked. It was really funny.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, I was very excited. I was like, this person's really cool. I'm excited.
yeah.
Yeah. So I just feel like this podcast has been doing really well, and I'm really excited to edit all this. So
Yeah, exactly. I love that
Um,
we've been able to just chat for a bit. I love sitting down with people and talking about this sort of thing because
yes, it's so amazing.
exactly, because we're both students, and as students, life can just feel like it's going so quickly. And,
And it
sometimes
feels like you're all alone.
yeah,
Sometimes it
exactly,
feels like you're all alone
exactly.
and you need more comfort.
And sometimes it's just nice to just have a little sit down with someone and just talk. Just talk about
I
like
think-
life problems, experiences, talk about
You know
struggles.
what?
It's so nice.
You know what? I think I just found out why I call my streaming therapy. It's just because after my eighth grade year, I felt alone, and that's probably why I picked it up because I just wanted people to talk to, honestly.
Yeah.
So that just really helped me to figure out why because I always call it my therapy, but I just thought it helped me with like struggles and all that. But at the real time, let's be honest, and I still do it now. And I realize other than sports, I don't do anything after school. Like I barely like sometimes I hang out with friends, but they're really busy too. So sometimes I just feel all alone. So I'll either watch streams or I'll stream.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I think I found why I call it my therapy, just because there's people to talk to, and I get to. I think I love game. I love playing games at the same
Oh
time.
yeah.
So I'm happy, and then I'm also not alone playing games or talking to myself all the time. So it's like, I think that's why, honestly.
Exactly, yeah. Oh, thank you so much for the luck, Yash. Oh gosh.
But I am gonna wrap this up, the
Yeah.
podcast.
Mhm.
So is there anything you would like to say before we end the podcast?
Last words, finishing words from the lovely Kimmy Breadsticks. Okay, so make sure to please take care of yourself, stay hydrated, stay full with food. Make sure to get plenty of rest, get all the rest that you need. Please take care of yourself. And take care of your mental health as well. Your mental health is like your physical body. It needs health. It needs taking care of, as always. And yeah, make sure to stay positive. Make sure to keep smiling. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, night, evening, or afternoon. Thank you all so much for listening. And thank you to Kai as well for inviting me on. It has been an absolute honor and pleasure that I've been able to talk to you today. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. I want to say episode 3 will be coming out soon.
Woo!
Probably after this one. But after this one is posted, probably episode 3. So I really hope you enjoyed watching, and stay tuned for more episodes.
Thank you
See
so
ya.
much.
Bye.